5 years of the same volume, same income, same frustrations. Sound familiar? That was me as a loan officer not too long ago, but then everything changed. In just 4 years, I doubled my business. I built a dream team. I found freedom. And did I say that I had a baby during all of this? So today I'm going to pull back that curtain and share with you how you can break through your plateau in your business where you're not growing or doing more in your business and grow beyond what you think is possible. So stick with me. I promise this will change how you see your mortgage business forever. Hi everyone, if you're new here, my name's Megan, a 20-year veteran in the mortgage industry. For all of you, welcome back to the channel. If you're a loan officer and you're feeling stuck, you're not alone. There are so many people feeling stuck in this market, 20-year veterans. I've been there. For 5 years, I closed the same volume year after year. I worked harder, longer hours, but no matter what I did, I couldn't break through it. And it wasn't until I made some changes to what I was doing and where I was working and how I was supported that some of these key decisions, which one of them was I started my own brokerage. And I should say, it wasn't my choice. I, as the top producer, got fired from my company because the owner and I weren't seeing eye to eye, but it forced me into something that helped my business skyrocket. And that's when things finally changed. And so today I want to share exactly how I did that. And I want to look at what a plateau is and how you can break away from that plateau. I'm going to bring you over so you can kind of see this here for a minute, and you can see that the growth that I had once I made these changes. I thought it was the worst thing that happened at the time when I got fired at my company, but it ended up being the thing that catapulted me into changing my business forever and sitting here today sharing with you and working with loan officers and mortgage broker owners to help them grow their business. What's going on in your business, it matches what's going on in your head and the decisions that you make and the actions that you're taking. I couldn't change things. I couldn't get the team that I needed. I didn't have enough money to pay for a coach because of the amount of basis points that I was getting paid. And so I couldn't change the things that really needed fixed in my business or to have different outputs to then be able to do more business. So if you're stuck, it doesn't mean that you failed. It means you've hit some level of current input and current, like your environment, and you have to change something for you to get a different outcome. Breaking through those levels in business, most people need somebody to help them work through those. It's very hard to do it on your own because it does require change, and change is probably the thing we all hate the most. It comes down to the simplest way to break these plateaus in your business is to ask yourself, like, what am I doing to achieve these results, and what have I changed to achieve something different? Because it goes in steps when you break through it. And if you really haven't changed much and put things in place that will take you to a different place, if you're doing the same thing, you will not get different results, period, end of story. You really need to start working with someone who can look outside of yourself and start giving you suggestions and pointing you in the direction, then giving you the resources you need to put different things in your business.
Because if you look here on what can you change, right? That's what a coach is going to do. That's what a consultant, that's what they're going to do, is they know that something's broken and it has to be fixed, which means it has to be changed. And if you look here, what can you change? They're going to ask you questions around things. So if you're a loan officer and you work somewhere, the things that I would be asking is, okay, where do you work? What company type are you working at? Let's say you work at a lender. What products do you have at that lender? Would going to a broker add more business to your current book of business, right? And so maybe switching to a broker model, but not every broker model is the same. If you're at a lender or broker, it might not be switching to a different side of the industry. Maybe it's switching to a better company, but you've got to make sure when you're switching then that company that you switch to has better things. You know, an example is we talk to a lot of loan officers who, don't get training. They don't have like mentors who coach them. They don't have somewhere they can jump in and get somebody to help direct them which are all things that you should have, especially earlier on in your career. And if you're later in your career, sometimes you still need that too. So being surrounded by others who are strong originators is powerful. I have loan originators who've been in the industry for 5 to 10 years that I work with, and I point things out that they didn't know. Same thing with my business partner. Maybe it's the role you're in. So if you're an LO, like, are you branch manager material? Are you owner material? If you don't know, you need to talk to someone, and you need to talk to somebody who's going to give you some unbiased advice. If somebody talks down about a different way or type, like, that's not the person. You have to talk to somebody who's going to be open with you and help you see the different sides of it. People have their own motivations. And that's what I love about our team at CoLab, not CoLab Lending, but CoLab, our franchise, our concierge. Like, we're not a mortgage company. We're not. Like, we're here to help people in their business make more money, become more efficient. And so I promise you, if you talk to one of us, you're going to get unbiased opinions, because it's all about figuring out what's best for you. So maybe it's your role. Maybe it's the people around you. Maybe you need to switch to a different company. Let's say you work at a brokerage. Maybe you need to work at a different brokerage. Sometimes it's not all about comp. You might need a team. Maybe you need to hire a coach. Maybe you need to hire, maybe the manager or owner at where you are isn't the right person to help you get to the next level, because it's, it does come down to people. If all you do is here and there post something, okay, no, like, start a YouTube channel and focus on a certain niche. Start a Facebook Live every week. Like, it has to be consistent action, doing something that leads to a result. That's what I mean by activity. So these are just some things that I would ask and somebody who was stuck, and then make sure that they have the accountability to put these things in action.
Now, when I finally did break through my plateau, there were 3 key things that I did. And I said earlier, I started my own brokerage. That allowed me to receive 100% of my commissions instead of, 40% of them or 50% of them. And that extra revenue gave me the resources to reinvest in my business. And it was my decision what I was going to invest in. You still are going to have other expenses that the business owner that you currently work for has, but then I got to take the other portion and put it towards what I knew I needed. I hired a business coach because I needed somebody to push me, hold me accountable, push me out of my comfort zone, and show me strategies that I just really couldn't see on my own. I built a team. The coach made me hire 3 people in a matter of a couple months. It was terrifying. Let's talk for a second about hiring a team and delegating, because building a team was a game changer. And I did resist it at first, and, had that feeling like nobody can do it like me. Nobody can talk to my clients or my agents like me. Sound familiar? But the truth is, you're only one person. So to double your business, you need people to handle the tasks that don't directly generate revenue at first, so you can focus on what does. And you really got to think about what does generate revenue, because we'll convince ourselves that doing a pre-approval generates revenue. No, it's talking to the agents to get them to send their clients that generates revenue. But the activity of working on income calculations or creating the pre-approval letter is not income generating. So the day I hired my first assistant, things really started to change. I mean, literally, it was halfway through the year, and the year I hired my team, I grew my business from 125 units to almost 200 units. And I was out for 2 months of the year having my baby. Hiring a team, if you do it the right way and with the right systems, will help you scale. If you don't follow any type of systems and you just do it haphazardly, it can end in, failure. So you have to be able to do things correctly. And that leads me to the next aspect, which is workflows, systems, tools. So you have to be able to think in systems. If you want to grow and build something bigger than what you have right now, systems is one of the main things that allow you to do this. You have to move past, I call it single person systems, because it's easy for us to do what we know, what's natural and what feels good, but to be able to have other people understand what we want and to work in tandem together takes time and strategy. I looked at every step and process and with our clients, from client onboarding, our marketing, our loan process, And I had to look at what could I have other people do? How could I teach them? Where were their bottlenecks? I started automating things. I started using tools I hadn't used before. I had to cut out inefficiencies. I had to really get past my own fears. And the one thing about systems is that they're really simple at their core. And you can easily create a playbook and get more value out of your business and really start creating more income, more cash. Every time my business grew when I added a team, then later down the line when we added loan officers to our business, then when I stepped out of origination, you need different systems. And these systems, though, are the things that really start leading you to what we all want, which is more time back with our family. But we want our income to continue. Figuring out how to build systems is just one of the core foundational things that you need to learn if you want to grow anything. And so that's what I do now is I help other mortgage brokers and loan officers grow through learning how the systems that we used so that they don't have to wait 5 years to build their own systems because it takes a while to figure all of this out. And so if that's something that you're interested in, there's a link in the description. I'm happy to talk to anyone about how you can start making some of these moves in your business to accelerate growth. That's what I do. I hire coaches. I follow systems that other people have built. I don't reinvent the wheel anymore. I've done that for far too many years. And I do have a few programs that help loan officers at different levels. Last but not least, let's just talk about boosting your input. So you want to break plateaus. You have to boost input, like the things that you do or your team does. And the best thing for you to do is to boost your input of money-making activities, the things that helped you get started in the first place. And this one's just simple math. The more people you connect with, the more agents, referral partners, the more loans that are going to come in, the more you're going to close. I stopped spending time on tasks that didn't grow the business, and I focused on money-making activities, meeting more referral partners, following, creating these lead systems, educating clients, videos, and I invested into marketing so I could reach more people. The last piece of this is just really about personal growth because you're going to have psychological barriers. I did. And the truth is, your business grows when you grow. For me, that meant addressing my own fears, my limiting beliefs. Starting my brokerage was terrifying. Hiring a team felt risky, but I realized that staying stuck was scarier for me. So personal growth, it's not just about reading books or watching videos. It's about stepping out of your comfort zone and doing things that maybe you've avoided because you thought, I'm going to result in less money. Like I've said, the best way to do this is to have someone work with you that will push you through that pain. Just like when I did athletics and I had a coach. Really, that comes down to self-development. And through the years, I've learned that the best investment I can make is in myself. And the best investment you can make is in yourself. Every single coach that I've had in sports and then in business that I've hired, every course I took, every book I read that I took action on made me a better leader, a better originator, a better decision maker, problem solver. And your business will reflect that. I still to this day have a business coach. My business partner has a coach. You need someone who will take you from where you are to where you want to be, someone who's walked the path that you're trying to go down. Think about making some big changes, making some commitments that will really impact your business. Maybe it's starting a brokerage. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's hiring a coach. If it's connecting with me and my team or somebody else's program. Whatever it is, you've got to make those steps. And yes, it's scary. Yes, it's hard, but it's so worth it. Like I said, in 4 years, I doubled my business from closing 125 loans to 300 loans in a year. And I know you can do it. If I can do it while I'm having babies and going through some of the things I did, you can do it too. So if you're ready to take that next step, go reach out to a coach or click the link in the description so that you can connect with people who can help you, who want to help you, who have a passion for doing it. And please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, leave a comment below about what's holding you back. We're all in this together. We're all trying to grow. We're all trying to do different things. Until next time, keep pushing, keep growing, and I'll see you in the next video.